Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to my new channel. This is the pilot episode and I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for following me here to my new channel from Picante's World 77. This is my new channel. Welcome. Well, let's get started first. I want to say again, thank you very much. It's great to be on YouTube here, and I'm going to share with you today on this episode a really good sweet treat that I like, and I had this growing up as a kid. It's a family recipe, and it's called peanut butter Rocky Road fudge. Now, this is a really easy recipe to do. It's simple ingredients, and I think you're going to enjoy doing this. So before we begin, I'm going to just let you know what we need. First, we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need peanut butter, walnuts, chocolate chips. Now, you can use any kind of chocolate chips you want. I prefer Merkins, and I prefer also, you can use Wilton candy melts if you want. I like Merkins, that's my preference. I wasn't able to get Merkins, but I'm using just regular milk chocolate chips. And the last thing you're going to need marshmallows. What's Rocky Road without marshmallows? What we're going to do first is we're going to use a method, actually it's called a double boiler method. And what we do is we're going to use, basically it's a pot of boiling water, but not boiling. You want to get up to the point before it reaches boiling. When you're melting chocolate and tempering it, you want to make sure you do not put your bowl, which you're actually going to need a heat resistance bowl, where you're going to add your chocolate, and in this case we're going to add our peanut butter too. You want to make sure it gets to a specific temperature, and you don't want to actually let it go to a boil, because what happens is you can actually burn your chocolate. And once you burn your chocolate, when you get to that point, there is no way you can bring it back. You just can't do it. You can't reconstitute it. You might just throw it out in the garbage and restart again. There's also another way you can melt chocolate as well, and that's using the microwave method. What you do is, if you do choose to do the microwave method, you use a microwave-resistant bowl. You're going to add your chocolate and your peanut butter, and you're going to reduce your power to half. Normally when we microwave something, it's always on power of 10. You're going to bring it to power of 5 or 50%. If you're not sure on how your microwave operates in that sense, you can refer to your microwave manual. So by doing that, you're going to let that, you're going to have your chocolate melt by a power of 50 in your microwave for 3 minutes. Once you get to that point, once that 3 minutes is up, you're going to give it a stir, and then you're going to put it back in the microwave on regular power of 10, and you're going to do that for 10 to 12 seconds. You're going to take it back out, and you stir it again until you get to your melting, basically the melting point of the consistency of it when it's melted correctly. And that's it. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to do the boiler method. So now we're going to melt the chocolate. So what you want to do is, again, here we have your boiling pot of water. Well, it's not boiling, like I said. We're up to, it's at a simmer right now, and this is the point where you want to be when you do a hot water double boiler here. So we're going to put our heat resistance bowl here, and you don't want to have it too, filled up too much that it's going to over spill into your bowl, because water and chocolate do not mix. I've seen some disasters that were really bad. So we're going to add our chocolate in, like so, and then we're going to add our melted peanut butter. Our peanut butter. Peanut butter is already melted. Oh my goodness. But who doesn't love peanut butter? I know I love peanut butter. Let's get that all in there. Okay. And now what we're going to do, we're going to allow this to melt. Just give it a few stirs to get it going. And as you can see, it's already starting to melt on the bottom because the water is hot enough. And like I said, if you had got this up to a boiling, you would really be in big trouble, because once you could scald your chocolate, and once you scald your chocolate, like I said, there is no getting it back. You can't do anything to it. Excuse me. So we're going to let that keep stir like this. And it's going to take a while because the solids have to break down. So I'm just going to keep stirring that until the peanut butter is well incorporated in here and we get to that melting point. Just have to have patience. Keep doing it. And believe me, your patience will be rewarded in the end. Looks really good. Smells awesome. Who doesn't love chocolate and peanut butter? I know I really love chocolate and peanut butter. So, we're at this point right now, and it looks really good and looks very, very nice and silky and smooth, and everything is well incorporated. The peanut butter, you don't see any traces of peanut butter or any chocolate. Now, once you get to this point, we're going to add our nuts, and we're going to add our marshmallows. Now, I just want to caution you. It's, as you see here, all this stuff that we're putting in. It's good to have a large bowl, because you're going to need to have a lot of space to mix this. So you don't want to use a small bowl that you're going to crowd everything in, because then it's going to be very hard to mix and you're going to get it all over the place, because this is going to get very very thick, and you'll start to see once we mix it. So we'll start mixing it from the bottom up. So what we're going for here is we're going for where we're covering all the marshmallows, and we want to make sure that, and some are jumping ship. I guess they don't like the hot heat, the hot melted chocolate. Well, I do. Sorry, but but we want to make sure that everything is well incorporated, and we want to spread those nuts throughout the those walnuts throughout the mixture. Now you can use any kind of nuts you like. Peanuts would be excellent for this as well. So feel free to use whatever nut you like, and it could be cashews. Pecans would even go nice with this. So you want to give it a totally different thing here. Now I'm going to remove this off the heat right now. So and you want to do that, and we'll get rid of this. So now it's at that point, because you don't want it too hot. You want to get it to the point where it's starting to lose its temperance, and here temperature wise, because this is going to go in the refrigerator. So I'm going to continue mixing this very well. It looks amazing. Oh God, I wish you guys could smell it. Well, you will once you make this. I remember my mom making this as a kid. This recipe was amazing. It's like, who doesn't like peanut butter, chocolate, nuts, and fudge? It's just so awesome. This is really cool to make during this time of year. You know, my mom is not with me anymore, and I miss her so much. And this is amazing dessert. Now, you want to just be careful though too. You don't want it too hot. And oops, I'm not shot here. Sorry, I didn't realize. I'm looking and I'm like, oops, I'm not shot here. Sorry about that. So once this is nice and incorporated, we're going to transfer this into a 9x13 pan, which is what I got right here. And you want to line it with aluminum foil, and we're going to just cover the bottom of this, of the perimeter of the pan, because this is definitely going to be very sticky. And what we're going to do is we're going to have, once we actually take this out of the refrigerator, we want to actually pick it up and remove it out. So that's what we're going to do. So I got the other half here. Just be careful with that, because we don't want to rip it. That as best as we can. All right. So now we're going to transfer our mixture. This looks so good. We're going to transfer our mixture into the bowl. Get a better handle on this. Doesn't that look phenomenal? God, I can eat this right now. So we're going to spread this out into our pan. And you want to try to get it thin as possible, level, like so. Now, this looks so good. Chop here. It is sticky and gooey, so try the best you can to thin it out to get it even as possible. Get all the corners. Right. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to cover this and we're going to put it into the refrigerator with another piece of foil. And, now what you want to do is you want to put this in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours to get until it gets hard and solidified really well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back 2 to 3 hours and we're going to see what it looks like. And we're going to cut right into it. I can't wait. Well, it's been 3 hours and this thing is hard as a rock and we got to where we wanted to be. So here is what it is. We're going to take off the aluminum foil and see what it looks like. I'm excited. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Oh my gosh. Well, so what we're going to do is now, like I mentioned, why we put the aluminum foil here is that was going to help us to remove it from the pan. See, if we didn't use it, it would be stuck and we would have a really hard time getting out all this stuff. So look at how easy this is, how it slides right out. So now, we're going to, look how awesome that is. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull the foil back. And that means we can cut right into it. And what we're going to do is, what I like to do is, and this is a really good thing since it's really cold and it just came out of the fridge, I like to take a knife and I like to dip it in hot water like this. And I like to get that in there. So this is going to help heat up the knife, so it makes it easy for us to like really cut through it. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to cut it. Now you're going to cut this into squares, maybe about 1 inch or so, and cut right down. I cut the pieces all out, and you want to cut them in squares. So let's try a piece. My gosh, I think this is going to be for me. Oh, I think this is awesome. Oh, I can't wait. Let's see what this tastes like. You know, this is really good. The peanut butter is not that subtle. The nuts are so crunchy. I like it. The marshmallow is so soft. This is really good. Well, I guess that's all the time I got today. Well, I say we. But still, this is really good. Guys, the measurements are going to be in the below in the description. I'll add them in. That way you can try out this recipe, and I hope you do, because this is really good. So I'm going to leave right now, and I want to thank you for watching. See you next time, and remember, you can have sweets like this.
Creepy calves. Boo!